Yeah. Um, Professional engineers, managers, supervisors, signing those you sign out those work orders, you plan maintenance, you plan production, and a lot of things, infrastructure design, making sure that operations are running smoothly. Now, if you are earning less than 5 million naira in Nigeria as an engineer, maybe you have this profile I want to talk about. It's time to leave for the US. Now, remember, I say something. People talk about Jackpot in Nigeria. For me, this is the direction from which I see Jackpot because it happened to me. It happened to thousands of applicants that we have applied for. Now, when you travel or you migrate informed and as a professional, when you migrate with the right visa, like what I'm talking about, which is the permanent resident visa for you and your family, then you may understand what I'm saying. Now, if you earn less than $5,000 as a manager in a reputable company as an engineer, then you need to hear what I have to say. Now, do you know? Now, I'm not talking about those who are just starting their career in engineering. I'm not talking about those who have just started, who just left school in the last 5 years. I'm talking about people who have been out of school for the last 10 years or more and they've been practicing as professional engineers. And so I'm talking about you may have up to 10 years or more track record of project leadership. It could be in project leadership, in innovation, process optimization as an engineer. Now, remember, you've had years of experience in this area. And once you have hands on experience, you are the one I'm talking about. Now, it could be hands on experience probably in the area of infrastructure and design, construction. Those are priority areas in the US. It could be in civil construction, it could be in structural, mechanical, or even electrical. Now, once you're an infrastructure design, you are one of the person that the US needs. You could, and also very importantly, those who are in renewable energy, power systems, oil and gas, manufacturing automation. If your job role relates to anything like this, the US is looking for you. IT, AI engineers, and software developers, those who are engineers. Now, but particularly, I'm talking about those who are in the area of mechanical, electrical, and environmental, chemical, and industrial process engineering. Now, if you are in any of these areas, experienced over 10 years, and you are earning less than $5,000, you need to quit for somebody else to take that position. Come for something bigger. Come and earn good pay in the United States. Now, but remember, for you to get into this program that the US have for experienced people who want to come and cause change and disrupt the system positively, it's good, you must be working in a reputable company. So you should have had experience or you're currently working with a reputable um, firm, public or private infrastructure. It could be an infrastructure agency. Uh, Example, maybe in the oil and gas, you work with companies like Chevron, like Dangote in manufacturing, Julius Berger in construction, NNPC, Siemens, who are we, Total. We have a lot of them. LNG. Now we're talking about reputable companies. Now you must not have spent 10 years within that company. But however you have worked or you are still working, you are eligible for this. Now the list is inexhaustive. It could be in a bank as an engineer. You are an engineer in the bank, or you are an infrastructure person in the bank. Now we are talking about your profession. So if you work with any reputable institution, private or public, and you're earning less with this experience, then you need to get into this program for engineers. Also, you must have demonstrated some leadership impact, like supervising. Maybe you supervise teams, um, designing major projects, or contributing in some kind of a way, in some scale nationally. Like some people are engineers and they are teaching, who are professors, lecturers. Those are actually people contributing at national level also. And you are not out of it. It's not just only those practice. If you are a lecturer, an engineering lecturer, you qualify for this. Yes. Now, also, one of the things that these engineers must show, now, this is also part of the list. The more you have of these qualifications, the better. And that there must be some evidence that you have exceptional merit, which must be of interest to the United States. So it means that the United States has to be interested in what you are doing, which you will still continue to do here. Now, example to show proof of things like that. Are there innovation, documented innovation around the industry? When I mean innovation, could there be a solution? There was a big challenge while we're trying to construct this building and the structural part, and he came in this 15-story structure that we're trying to create, and there was, so could there be anything of that impact? Could there be patents? Maybe you have some patent registered, but most commonly, you could even have published materials, maybe books, published in journals, published in Nigerian Society of Engineer journals, Korean, and things like that. What papers have you published? Now, you may not publish, they could even publishing on put that on some journals, and then you have it also on Google Scholar. So that's also one of the things you can take. Now, you must not have all. These are part of what you should. Now, some national awards. You could have award. That's award related to your practice. Oh, for this that you did, and you see NNG gave you a certificate of, not long service certificate. Long service certificate is not what we're talking about. Certificates in competence for a particular project. Sometimes some people conclude project and then you see certificate because of how well they have actually concluded. This could be some form of internal document that can still be verified by some kind of external source. And then, of course, professional society membership. Definitely, you need to be part of either Nigerian Society of Engineers or COREM or IEE or American Society of Mechanical Engineer, American Society of Electrical Engineer, American Society of Civil Engineers. Sometimes it may be nice to just register with the society in the US so it can act some things that has to do with compliance. But the most important one is the one that are regulated in Nigeria at the moment, which is COREM and NSE. Now, you could be an engineer, you're not part of COREM or NSE, maybe because of IT that you practice, you decide to actually become member of Computer Professionals, which is CPN, or Nigerian Computer Society, NCS. The most important thing is belong to a professional organization which requires its members to attain some level of skill, knowledge, and of course scrutinize before they are admitted into some, take exams and things like that, and those are fine. Then, of course, evidence of some impact. Are there projects that you have done that have improved something that has to do with safety? Safety is one very important area here in the US, and they are actually, safety professionals are actually are needed. Now, it's not just to have, we're not talking about having in a Bosch certificate or the safety. What have you done in the course of your work? Can your employer give some kind of recommendation letters? Because you need a lot of recommendation letters that we may need, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That may just be good for this application. Also, what about things like you could be in some evidence of your impact in digital transformation, sustainability outcomes in your or on your job. So if you're an engineer and then you're actually interested in stepping to the next level, don't be deceived by the peanuts you earn at home. Leave those places for those junior engineers coming up to take those positions. Leave those lecturing jobs for the young guys. If you're a professor, you should be in the US and come here and explore the wonderful opportunities here. And so if you want to be part of this and this uh, uh, US visa for engineers, just contact us.